I challenge you to commit to digital products for the next 3 months because it can change your life like it absolutely changed my life. Because my very first digital product made a little over 900K, but it only works if you work it. And it doesn't start off with a new strategy or a new course or a new funnel. It all starts with you making a decision to commit for the next 90 days to selling one digital product. Because most people don't fail at building a business online. They quit right before it works. You try one thing, it doesn't sell in a week, you label it saturated, and then you go watch another video. And that perpetual cycle is why you're not winning. Look, I'm gonna be straight up with you. Most people, they never make it, but it's not because they lack skills, it's because they lack staying power. So they expect instant validation and immediate sales and overnight proof. And when that doesn't happen, they say stuff like, oh, this doesn't work. Maybe this isn't for me. Why doesn't anything ever work? And it's not that digital products don't work. It's that dabbling doesn't work. And it's only gonna take me about 5 minutes to break this down. So if you don't have 5 minutes to spare, then there's a good chance that you might just end up being one of those, oh, woe is me, negative Nancy people on YouTube that watch business video after business video after business video and leave comments like, oh, that doesn't work because I tried that last week. Oh no, that doesn't work. I did that last month. Oh, none of this stuff works. Everything's just a scam. And if that's the future that you want for yourself, feel free to leave one of those negative Nancy woes me comments on this video and then click off and go watch more how to make money online videos and more business videos and leave the same old comments. Have a swell time doing that. But look, momentum doesn't show up after a week. It shows up after consistent reps. And that's why a 90-day commitment is so powerful, because it forces you to see reality and it forces you to do something consistently for an extended period of time to where you actually have some real data to sit back and assess and reflect off of and make actual strategic moves off of pure hardcore data instead of just off of what you think and what you feel like you should do. And there's a lot of ways to make money online, especially when you're starting out, but they're not all equal. And every opportunity is not truly an opportunity for you. Everybody wants to do everything instead of picking something. And what is the right thing to pick? And the right thing is digital products, like hands down compared to everything else. Because if you take a service-based business or something like coaching and you only focus on that only, then you're trading your time for money and your income has a cap, and burnout, it can definitely creep in. And then if you take physical products into account, well, now you have to worry about inventory. And what a lot of people in the space don't talk about is what I like to call dead inventory, because if you're not moving and shipping product, then you've actually lost money because you're just sitting on dead inventory. But then outside of that, you got to worry about shipping, returns, super thin margins, and just a whole bunch of headaches. So then people, they may want to dabble in affiliate marketing. And with affiliate marketing is crazy because I was literally just having this conversation 2 days ago with a member of my community, Robert. Shout out to you, Robert, if you're watching this. But a lot of people are enticed and pulled towards affiliate marketing. But when you're doing affiliate marketing, you're building somebody else's business, not yours. And typically with affiliate marketing as well, there's low commissions, but remember, the main thing is that you're building somebody else's business, not yours. So when you're building somebody else's business, you have no power or control over that business. So if the person that you are selling somebody else's product for has a bad experience, it's a reflection on you, not the product or the company, because they came to trust your word for it. And then the other way that a lot of people are trying to make money online is with ads and brand partnerships, when they're really not a partnership, it's just a sponsorship. So again, kind of similar as affiliate marketing, somebody else is paying you to build their business and to talk about their products and services and offers that they have, not your own. But with this, you typically need to have a big audience. Mix that in with it being algorithm dependent, then you have something that's unstable. Now you compare all that to digital products where you can create once, sell forever, have no inventory, have no shipping, have super duper high margins. I'm talking like over 90% profit margins, and scale without more effort. once you implement a system for yourself, and system, SYSTEM, stands for saving yourself time, energy, and money, to whereas your system can actually do the work for you nonstop, 24/7, 365, and you can actually make more while working less and actually get your time back so you can go have a nice, fun, swell time in life. That's the power of a digital product. Digital products, they're not flashy, they're leverage, they're true leverage. Now, the real reason why digital products feel hard for a lot of people is because they're making this huge mistake. They're thinking that they need to have this huge audience out the gate. And to them, they think that audience building is going to be extremely hard. Therefore, by default, they think that selling digital products is going to be hard, when that's not the case at all. And that's why I call it the huge mistake. Like, this is the biggest mistake. And the biggest mistake isn't in anything that they're doing, like strategy-wise or activity-wise. The biggest mistake starts here in your thinking, because you're thinking, or you made up something in your head that truly doesn't even exist. Therefore, it stops you and your capability to be consistent over a 90-day stretch, because you have planted the seed of something that is just simply not true at all. So it's hard to build that energy to stay consistent, or build that momentum that you need to stay consistent, because everything's built on the foundation of a lie. But you don't need a huge audience. What you need to start off with is a clear problem. Then you need a simple solution. And then you need constant promotion. These here are the three things that are needed to have success online with digital products, to have success in actually growing an online business. There's not a lot of things that come with it, but a lot of people, they're thinking of what the product is going to be, and then thinking that they have to have this huge audience to sell that product, instead of focusing in on what is my problem going to be that I can isolate in the market that somebody else is dealing with, and what is a simple solution that I could come up with to offer to them. Because if you really want to make money online in your business, the product doesn't matter. What matters here is the solution, and that's all that our products are at the end of the day, is a solution. And everybody's out here wondering, what is the next hot product? What is the next hot offer? And they're always thinking of what is the deliverable going to be, or how many modules of a course, or how many pages of an ebook, or how much stuff is going to be jammed into my community. That people, they're not simply thinking of what the solution is going to be. And that's the money maker. But the digital product is simply just going to be the vehicle that we deliver that solution to. So if you just actually just think about a car, right? This is going to be a wonderful, wonderful drawing of a car. But what purpose is a car? The only purpose that vehicles exist is to get us from where we are right now to where we want to be. That's it. So that's what the digital product is. It's simply just the vehicle. So if we're thinking of our products as solutions, then we know what is a solution. A solution is simply just taking somebody from where they are right now to where they want to be. Our digital product is simply just going to be that vehicle that takes them from A to B. That's it. And then once you have that solution packaged in your vehicle, we just need constant promotion. We got to let people know that we have the solution to their problems. We have to let people know that we have the answers to their questions. That's it. It's pretty simple. But if you're only focused in on this, you'll come to the crazy realization that so many people just cannot see that you don't need to have the biggest audience. You don't need to get in front of everybody. And most people that are trying to get in front of everybody don't ever get in front of anybody. You only need to focus on getting in front of someone. And if you get in front of someone, typically there's always going to be somebody else that is going through similar problems as that someone. Then once you get in front of someone's, plural, then you start to get in front of somebody after somebody after somebody after somebody after somebody, and that's how you actually do start to build an audience. So if you really want to build a successful business online, you don't need to think wide. You don't need to think vast. You need to think and you need to go deep. That's what she said. But really, and this may be cliche advice that you may have heard tons of times, but when people say that there's riches in the niches, this is what it means. So most people, they hear niche and they think, okay, what's the biggest niche that I can get into? Versus going deep and thinking, who is the person within that niche that I can help? So literally somebody in my community, he just launched a community himself within the past month or so, I believe. So Donald, shout out to you, Donald, if you happen to be watching this. But he has no email list, no audience whatsoever. Launched the community, got about 7 members within the first week or week and a half or so. Then 2-3 weeks later, got 30 something people, right? Now, to a lot of people, 30 people in a community, that doesn't sound like a lot of people. But he's so focused on coming up with solutions to these individuals' problems because he's helping people that deal with these anxiety issues. And he knows that once they have their breakthrough and they're able to break through this anxiety that's holding them back from whatever their endeavors are, whether it be personal endeavors, whether it be financial issues, entrepreneurship, romantic stuff, whatever it is, just by default, when somebody else gets a good result from somebody, we all go and tell other people about the good result that we had. So even while he's focusing on building his audience, his community is growing simply just off of word of mouth of the good results that other people are getting within his community, within his space. He's only focused on those people that he's actually for. He's not focused on getting in front of some people that he's not for. And then let's say, just for the sake of example, his community is anywhere between, let's just say, $50 to $100, right? That's an extra $1,500 to $3,000 each month. Not the most amount of money, but that's a solid foundation to build. This right here, this will pay majority of the US's population's mortgage each month, right? There's a lot that you can do with focusing on less people. But I've seen it time and time and time again, so many people with little to no audience, no email list, no brand, make sale after sale after sale because they're focused on coming up with a solution to somebody else's problem and then constantly talking about how they have the solution, constantly talking about the same thing over and over and over and over. Clarity beats clout every single time. Now let's get to the 90-day breakdown, the actual game plan, right? Thought I was just gonna be vague and not really tell you what to do, huh? Nah, that ain't how an Aston CEO video works, baby. We get to the nitty gritty around here, right? So we got this 90-day game plan. So let's start with month 1. So month 1, here, we're only going to be focusing on foundation. That's it. Because I don't care how high you build something. If your foundation isn't solid, it's all just going to crumble to the ground. And for this stage, your only job is to figure out what to sell. That's it. But remember, the what is the solution to somebody else's problem. The what is not the product. So ask yourself, what do people already ask me for help with? What do I already know how to do? What problem can I solve quickly? A good way to where you can formulate this in your brain, I have something that I call the what you do equation. It's not rocket science. And rocket scientists, just Google how much rocket scientists make. They don't really make that much money. Elon Musk getting over on them people for all that math that they be doing. But the what you do equation is this. I help X do Y by Z. All right. So the X is going to be the who. The Y is going to be the what. And the Z is going to be the how. All right. I help X do Y by Z. So that's a base level. But then you want to add what I call the transformation statement, because remember, a solution is simply just a transformation. And yes, even though people are buying informational digital products, They don't just want the information because we're in the information age. Everything's Googleable, YouTubeable, AIable, ChatGPTable, everything's the lullables, right? People, they want the transformation. So a transformation statement is so that they can blank. And this here is going to be your transformation. So this is just a simple sentence or a simple formula to where you can actually get some clarity on what it is that you actually do for people, how you actually help people, what your offering is actually going to be to the marketplace. Because most people, they're trying to be too clever or too witty or too cute in what it is that they actually do, to whereas they don't even know how to properly, clearly communicate it to the marketplace. So people are just always confused on what it is that they actually do. I met this one brother. He was wanting to work for me, or work with me, or do some work for me. And I asked him what it was that he did, and he said, "Well, I tell stories." And I was like, "All right, bro." Gave him a little pound. "Good to meet you, bro. Keep on telling your stories." I went on about my day. I later came to find out through a mutual acquaintance that this guy does film production, and he wanted to produce content for me or whatnot to help me drive engagement and leads and traffic to my business. I said, well, then he needs to work on how he communicates what it is that he does to people, because he's losing out on a lot of potential business by going around and thinking it sounds all cute and witty and clever and so mysterious song. "Oh yeah, man, I tell stories." Well, keep on telling your stories, bro. I got to go. I got to go run a business over here, right? If he did this, and if he said something like, "I help coaches, mentors, and course creators create highly captivating, engaging videos by doing completely done for you YouTube videos so that they can increase their income, impact, and influence online," then I might have been like, "Oh, hey, bro, yeah, let's talk for a second. Yeah, I do got some time." But he's sitting there saying, "I tell stories." I ain't got time to hear no story right now. I got stuff to do, right? But then, once you do actually know what your what is actually going to be, now you can actually think about what the product is going to be, or what the vehicle is going to be to deliver your solution, to deliver what your actual offering is. And this product, it can be anything to where it's the deliverable of the product is digital. So when a lot of people are thinking of digital products, they're always just thinking of something like a template or a checklist or something like that. I'm not saying that you can't have that type of stuff, but that stuff typically isn't going to sell straight up. So the three top digital products that are selling are, remember, informational, transformational products. So, or I'll say the four, but I'm going to highly advise that you only focus on these three, because the fourth one, it can use a little more infrastructure than may be available for you at this point. Once you start to make some more money, then maybe you could get into the fourth one. But they're going to be ebooks, courses, or a community. All right. Ebooks, courses, or community. Like I said, remember, anything to where it's the deliverable of it is digital. So a lot of people, they're not thinking of communities or courses as digital products, but they definitely are. Think a community, the foundation of it could be some type of course or something, or educational material that you have in there, and then some sense of community, whether that be group events, live teachings, coaching calls, mastermind sessions, in-person events, whatever it is. But if the deliverable of it is digital, then that is a digital product. And the fourth one, which I said I won't put too much thinking in right now, but I'm just going to mention it, is going to be software. Right? The only reason why I say that I really wouldn't put any focus in on software right now is just because it could take a little more infrastructure to actually build and make successful. And even with all the investments in AI and vibe coding and all this stuff, at some point you're still going to need to know how to code, or at least how to understand it. And if you don't want to take the time to learn all that stuff, then you're going to have to find somebody that will. And then that gets into team building and everything like that. And then you have to at least have the knowledge to know that the person that you're hiring to help you with this stuff isn't bullshitting, right? But once you get one of these down and you have the cash flow coming in, well, then you might be able to think of some type of software that you can create to scale to crazy numbers, right? But for the most part, I would just focus in on one of these three: an ebook, a course, or a community. And it doesn't have to be something big. Your course, it can be a mini course. Your ebook, it doesn't have to be 150 pages, right? People, they're too focused on the pieces instead of the payoff. And we always want to focus on the payoff over the pieces. Remember the solution. So whatever it is that you can come up with to get somebody a result as quickly as possible, do that. If you're writing an ebook, don't make it 100 pages for 100 pages sake. If you could get the information in to get somebody a result in 27 pages, make it 27 pages. And a lot of times also, what people don't know about the book industry, like if I take this book right here, this biography of John D. Rockefeller, right? New York Times bestseller, all this, but regardless, in the physical book industry, when people are looking to get published, typically the publisher has a minimum word count that the book has to be. Therefore, in order for the author to make money from the publisher, they have to hit a minimum word count. So they'll make a book longer than it actually has to be just so they can hit that minimum word count. And that's why a lot of the times in a lot of books, especially books that are nonfiction or something that's giving some type of information, right? It's pretty redundant. It's saying the same thing over and over and over again in different ways. And it's only doing that so they can hit a minimum word count. I've read hundreds of books that the message is clear like in the first 25 to 40 pages, but they make the book 210 pages. I'm like, there's no need for this. All right, so don't have that mentality if you choose to have an ebook. However long or however short it needs to be for your point and the message and the value to be communicated and to get across, then make it however long or short it needs to be. Same thing with the course. Something small, specific, and useful will always beat something big, broad, and a time waster every single time. But your goal by the end of month 1 is to have something ready to sell, and that's it. Now month 2 is going to be where most people freeze. Because in month 2, this is where we're going to launch. Now here people, they overthink the tech. Oh, what platform should I use? What tech stack? What the tech stuff? They wait for a bigger audience. Oh, I don't have any subscribers yet. Well, how do you think you're going to get some subscribers outside of talking about what it is that you do? Which really is the biggest issue, is that they don't talk enough about what it is that they do, who it is that they are, and what it is that they have to offer anywhere on the internet. A lot of people, they're actually great at what they do, but nobody knows that they exist. But here's the rule of thumb that you need to go by. If people can't buy it, then it doesn't exist. So set up something to where somebody can check out, a way for you to receive payment from that checkout, and a way for your product to automatically be delivered once that person pays for it. It's simple. It doesn't take much to get this stuff working. The amount of people that I've seen throughout my years in this that say that they have all this stuff available, I'm like, all right, how's somebody supposed to pay for it? They're like, no, they can like message me, and then I can message them back, and then I can send them like a PayPal link or something like that, and then they can pay. Then I can like email it to them themselves. I'm like, bro, Just throw something up. The platform does not matter. There's no best platform to sell on. And if you hear anybody saying that, including myself, just know that outside of them actually maybe genuinely wanting to help you and give you value, they're most likely recommending whatever is the best platform to sell a digital product on because they get some type of kickback on the back end, whether that be through an affiliate deal or whether that be through them just getting paid on a monthly basis, or a lot of big creators, they may even have some type of ownership or equity in whatever it is that they're pushing traffic to. But anything works. It's like saying, what is the best way to hold glass in a container? Well, you got glasses, you got plastic glasses, you got glass glasses, you got wine glass. At the end of the day, they're all containers that hold liquid. Just pick one and drink. And then once you have this, all that you need to do and all that you need to focus on, what so many people aren't doing, is talk. You have a mouth, use it. Talk about what you do and talk about what you have and talk about it all the freaking time. And then when I tell people to do this, guess what happens? They say, oh man, I got like 5 or 10 sales, and they feel disappointed. And I be excited because I'm like, man, congratulations. I say, whoop, whoop, congratulations. Bravo. But they're getting confused and sidetracked and distracted by all these huge numbers and income claims and vanity metrics that everybody's showing all over the internet and on social media, that they can't see the success of those 5 to 10 sales. The reason why I get excited for that is because that's validation. That's proof. You have proof of concept that somebody else wants what you have to offer. You have physical proof that somebody else took out their money, took out their credit card, took out their debit card, typed in their name, their card number, the expiration date, their first, their last name, their email address. They took the time to do that because they wanted to buy something that you have to offer. There's power in that. So I get excited off of those first 5 to 10 sales because I'm like, oh, it works. Now all that I have to do is get in front of more people that are just like these people that have already bought. Now I can play the game. Let's play ball. And the best place to talk about what it is that you do, who you are, and how you can help people, I highly advise this platform that you're on right now, YouTube. I wish I took my YouTube seriously years ago. All right, I quit social media 100% back in 2023. At the time, I had over 120 something thousand Instagram followers, like 14 or 15,000 TikTok followers. In the past, I've ran paid ads also. Excuse me. The most amount of money that I've spent on ads in a single month is a little over $100,000 within a 30-day span. I'm telling you, YouTube is more powerful than all of them by far. Why? Because for one, YouTube is the biggest streaming platform, period. It's bigger than Netflix, it's bigger than Hulu, it's bigger than Amazon Prime, all this stuff. And YouTube is a search engine, and it's the second biggest search engine on the planet because Google, which is the biggest search engine, owns YouTube. So think about it. If you're focused on coming up with a solution to somebody else's problem, where does everybody go for help with their problems? They all come to YouTube. So your audience already exists. Your audience is already searching for the painful problems that they're going through on a day-by-day, week-by-week, month-by-month, year-by-year basis. All that you have to do is talk about the solutions to their problems, and they're already looking for you. They just don't know that you exist because you're not making it for them. Somebody else is. And that's where the fun gets in with month 3. Because in month 3, we're focusing on optimizing. This here is where a lot of people really get stuck. I won't even say get stuck. This is where a lot of people just fall off and start all over doing something else and something new and something different. People, they don't have the stick-to-itiveness to stick with any one thing long enough to actually find success. People don't have the focus. And focus Stands for follow one course until successful. They don't know how to follow one. So get off the screen, Siri. What are you doing? Get out of here. So here, this is where most people are thinking of a new product. What is the new thing that I can create? Oh, I need a new digital product. And I fell down this pitfall years ago because I was thinking of all these new things that I can create. And I had this strategy I thought was going to be so good because I had made all this money with this one digital product. I'm like, okay, if I made all this money with this one, every single month, I'm going to come up with a new digital product. I'm just going to make so much money. And I was like, why did my business go like this and then start to go like this? It was because I was focused on all this new stuff. So here, you don't need a new product yet. What you need here is going to be feedback. You're going to be gathering testimonials. And from this feedback and from these testimonials, you're going to be making minor tweaks to your product that already exists. You want to be making it better. You want to be reiterating over time. You want to be getting people better and faster results over time so you can get more of those testimonials that will lead to more people buying your offer. And then you want to optimize for money per buyer, right? You don't want to focus in on getting different buyers for different products. You want to focus on getting more money per actual buyer, or let's just call this your average order value, right? So if you can focus on increasing your average order value per order, you may not need to get more sales, because what will happen if the same people that are already making the purchasing decision to buy your one thing spend more money when they buy that one thing? Now, here's where the game gets fun if you can play it right. So this is where you have something called order bumps could come into play. If you don't know what an order bump is some type of no-brainer item that just goes hand in hand with whatever it is that you already have. So if I use as an example, I'm a big movie guy, right? I do my best to go to the movies at least 2-3 times a month, right? Well, if the core product, the core offering when I go to the movie is the movie ticket, what is an order bump? The order bump is going to be the popcorn and that nasty bottle of Dasani that sounds like a pop when I open it. Why does my water do and sound like a snake or a leaky tire every single time that I open it? But I need something to wash down the popcorn. But the popcorn and that nasty bottle of Dasani, that's the order bump, right? You can have things like upsells available. Now, if I use my same movie theater analogy, well, what's the upsell to when I'm getting my popcorn and nasty bottle of Dasani? Well, they have the large. And I'm like, I need that large. But then they ask me, well, do you want the bag of large or the tub of large? I'm like, man, let me go ahead and get that tub, because the price difference between the tub and the bag, it's nothing. It's like they anchor the price to where it's a no-brainer to go ahead and get the tub instead of the bag. Even if you don't eat the whole tub, you're like, at least I know I have some popcorn there if I do want it, right? I know it'll at least last me. So you can have upsells. Also, you can have downsells, right? In certain funnels that I've had, if somebody doesn't want my particular upsell, I'll downsell them the same exact offer at a significant discount, because this is all about extra money, right? I would much rather have half of a watermelon than 100% of a grape. This is how a $40 or $50 product turns into real income. So if I use myself as an example, my first digital product was an ebook, right? I had an ebook that I sold for $40. I'm gonna just put EB for ebook, right? I was selling this ebook at a high clip. I was making real money from this. Like I said, the first digital product, a little over 900K or so, right? But later on, what I added to this product and to initial products down the line was that I added something that was like, I believe in the $15 or $20 range as an order bump. For this particular first product of this ebook, it was an audio book, right? Then to this same one product, I added an upsell. I believe my upsell in this particular product was, I want to say $200 maybe. Can't remember off the top of my head, but I think about $200, and it was a course, right? And then for the people that declined that course, like say a percentage of people did buy it, cool, I just made an extra $200 for the person that came into my ecosystem to spend 40. But for the percentage of people that declined, that they didn't want that, I downsold them the same exact thing at 50% off for like $100. Percentage of people, they did take that. But this isn't different things that I'm offering. Like, I'm not saying, hey, you can buy this, or you can buy that, or you can buy that. The reason why you don't want to do that is because with the traffic and the audience that you are building, you don't want to split the traffic. Right? That's where most people are messing up, is that they're splitting all their traffic, they're splitting all their audience. And typically when people have too many options to choose from, they don't choose anything. That's why these people, you'll see all these people that aren't being successful building their businesses online with like link trees that have 50 products, or stand stores that have 17, 50, 11 products, right? No, what you want to do is that you want to channel all that audience that you're building and traffic into one. You want to allow them to make one purchasing decision. And the science behind this is that you got to understand the human psychology of buying. A buyer is always going to be a buyer, and the best time to sell something to somebody is either while they're buying or immediately after they purchase something. So if I tell people that I have this one product available, and they come and they like, yeah, I want this one thing, but then I show them after they've already made a commitment to purchase, hey, now I have this available, now I have this available, now I have that available. Now, a percentage of people at each point, yeah, some people won't take it, but some people will take it. You'll be converting a different percentage of people at each point, right? And that's how you can increase your average order value. So imagine if you have the same amount of people coming in to buy this one thing as you've already been having. But now imagine if that same amount of people are spending more money. You're making more money without generating more traffic. And that's how you actually start to move like a contentpreneur instead of a content creator. These content creators, they be out here broke. But a contentpreneur is somebody that is focused on getting in front of the right person instead of everybody just getting views for views' sake and vanity metrics. And they're using their content to drive traffic to their actual offering, to their products. And when you're thinking like this, then you realize that saturation is a lie. And saturation shouldn't be something that you're afraid of. Saturation should actually be something to where you get excited and you get happy and you jump into all that saturated. You want to jump into those saturated markets. Because if it's saturated, that means people are buying. If there's nobody over here making any money or selling anything or whatever, why are people enticed to jump over there instead of, you see all these people over here? That obviously means people are buying. Money's movement. There's movement. You want to go where there's movement, not where there's non-movement. And the great thing about this is that in saturated markets, you can stand out because we're in the trust economy right now. And people buy things from people that they know, like, and trust, right? So people are not buying products. People are not buying ideas. People are buying people first. And people are going to discover you. They're going to come to know you. And through your consistency, they're going to come to trust you. And they're going to trust you first and believe in you to be the person that can actually help them. So if somebody's selling something similar, if somebody has a similar offering to what it is that you come up with, the differentiator is going to be that you are you. You are not them. And there's going to be a tribe of people that will gravitate to you because of how you communicate, because of how you enunciate, because of how you communicate a problem, because of how you talk, because of how you look, because of how you're weird, because of how you're quirky, because of your humor, your voice, your spirit, right? People are going to buy into you first and your product second. They're buying into your framing, your perspective, your experience. And there is room for you if you stay for long enough. And the thing that nobody out here really wants to admit is that the people really making real money online, the people that are really building real online businesses, they're not smarter, they're not lucky, they just didn't quit. They picked one product with one message and one source of traffic, and they ran it long enough for momentum to compound. And even if you don't win big in 90 days, what you do gain is proof, confidence, clarity, a system that you can actually build on, and 90 straight days of doing will be years of consuming content every time. So my challenge to you, commit and actually lock in for the next 90 days. No pivoting, no shiny objects, no quitting after 2 weeks. Pick one thing, launch it, talk about it, and improve it. And if you want some help doing this the right way and be around some producers and people that don't just consume, like all them that you see on the screen right now, then go ahead and click the link down in the description and join this Crowded at the Top community. And I'll see you on our coaching call this Wednesday. But content creators chase views and contentpreneurs build businesses. It's on you to decide which one you want to be. And since you're going to lock in for these 90 days, go ahead and check out this video right here for a complete marketing system that you can create around your YouTube that will have your digital products selling on autopilot. It's Crowded at the Top.